Welcome to the ECDL Word Processing module, section 3.1.4, applying different colours to text. Although I wouldn't recommend it, you could have an extraordinarily colourful document. You can see how my top row here, my title, has a whole range of different rainbow colours. Might look very pretty, not very professional, and as I say, I wouldn't recommend it. But you will, in the ECDL exam, be expected to change the colour of font, or at least be able to identify where or how you would change the colour of the font. So let's see how we would change the colour of this first paragraph here. The first thing to do, of course, is to highlight the text that you want to change the colour of. So here I've triple clicked inside this paragraph to select the whole paragraph, or I could move my mouse onto the left hand side and then simply click and hold my mouse down as I highlight all four lines. Once you've got the text selected, because we're making a formatting change to the font, we have to make sure we're in the Home tab and then have a look at this section here labelled Font. Now you can see there are various buttons with colours on them, here and here and here, but the one you want is at the bottom right corner. It's this one here. And you can see that it has a letter A with a coloured bar underneath it. Now that coloured bar simply shows the last colour chosen. You'll see I used this purple colour here for the last word in my title, and so that's remained here. If you want to change your text to the colour you last used, then you can simply click on that button and that will automatically change to the colour that you last chose. So you can make changes to your text if you're using the same colour by simply clicking that button with an A on it. However, if you want to change it to a different colour, then with your text highlighted, click on the arrow just to the right hand side of this button here. And that will give you access to some of the most common colours. If you're using a theme or a design, then you'll often see the colours which will best work with the theme you've chosen. So these are colours that have been especially chosen to work well with each other and the theme that you've chosen. You've also got the standard colours which are always displayed. These are the ones I used for my title bar at the top. And again, as I hold my mouse over each of these, I'm not clicking, I'm just simply hovering my mouse over them, and you can see the colour of the text changing, so I can preview what it looks like. Now, it's likely that in an ECDL exam you'll simply be asked to change the colour of some writing to any colour of your choice. So obviously don't spend too long about it, simply choose the colour you want and click that button. There you are, we've changed the colour of that text. If you did want to use a colour other than one of the ones listed here, you obviously have this option down below that says More Colours. This will give you access to a standard range of colours, and you can see I can click on these. The text now is not changing. I've got no preview for this, so as I'm clicking on these different buttons, this text is not updating, but I do have a preview down here that shows what that colour will look like. You also have, of course, the different shades of grey and black at the bottom. But you have an even greater range of colours if you click on Custom. And this will give you access to a massive range of thousands and thousands of colours here. And you can change the hue and the brightness of that hue as well. And you even have the option here of typing the numbers in should you know the exact combination of red, green and blue that will make up the colour you're looking for. But that's more than you need to know for ECDL. It's interesting if you know it's there, but for ECDL, all you will need to worry about, is the ability to click on this little drop-down arrow and then choose any suitable colour. I would just advise you to make sure that when you do change the colour of the font, it's one that is readable. After all, it's possible you'll be asked to make an edit to that text later on. And if you've chosen a really silly colour like this, it's going to be really difficult for you to edit that text accurately later on. So make sure that you choose a sensible colour so that you'll be able to see that text clearly when it comes to editing it.